Here we go with the final for Senior Rotax, and guess what, guys, as you're looking at the grid positions, yep, it's been raining. There's moisture still in the air. I believe they are on wet tyres, but because of the wind, it's gusting 40-50 mile an hour. You can't really tell that looking at these pictures, but the track could dry very quickly, and if that's the case, and you have got wet tyres on, you don't want a lot of pressure in your tyres, that's for sure. Here we go then. On the inside line, it's Jack Hayes-Roberts. Adam Cerner's gone through his second. He was on the inside line. He's taken advantage of his position. Going off P3, Zach Bowker's on the grass. Turn round is Troy Spencer. Here comes John Dove. Oh, and hits Spencer in the helmet. John was unsighted there, I think, as he was trying to get a position coming around traffic. We'll have another look. You can see the 74. He's getting turned around. He's in amongst it and gets turned around. That's Robbie Rathbone into the back of him. He manages to carry on. That's no fault of Robbie, by the way. He had nowhere to go. And here comes John Dove, and look at that. Troy Spencer gets a face full of John Dove's front nose cone. And while we're looking at this slow motion replay, by the way, there's some shenanigans out front. And Jack Hayes-Roberts, who was the poleman, he's going to go through the line here in what looks like 13th or 14th place, and James Ollier's got the lead with Robbie Rathbone now in second place. What an incredible turnaround. You're looking at the 80 car, you can just make him out there going around the outside of Sam Kelbrick. That is Jack Hayes-Roberts, but he's down, well, he's back up to 12th now. But although he's got an obscene amount of pace, he does not want to be chasing down the likes of James Ollier, who's out front with Robbie Rathbone in behind him. They're the track specialists, so Ollier from Rathbone, then Cerner, Stevens up to fourth, Adamczyk, Stevenson, Horan, Harding, Farley, and then Jack Hayes-Roberts now in the top 10. You're looking at the battle for sixth place. It's Jack Stevenson, but Jake Horan down the inside. Horan goes sixth, then Stevenson, Harding, Farley and Roberts round out the top 10. Robbie Rathbone set the fastest lap on the last tour, so it's going to be between Ollier and Rathbone. 0.3 is the gap out front. We're not seeing them at the moment. We're looking at this midfield battle and what a battle it is. And Jack Hayes-Roberts on the 80 car, big lock up into ninth place on that tour, but I think he's too far behind to do anything about the leaders. They're too far out in front and too quick. Welcome back to Hooton Park. You can see on screen Troy Spencer has crashed in the Wilson S's. We're in the Wilson S's and somebody sliding wide there, and that is the man in third place. That was Adam Cerner, and he's managed to hold on to it just. Cerner was 1.4 behind at the end of the last lap. I think of about must be a second worse off. Yeah, he is 2.5 behind now with Mackenzie Stevens there in fourth place. Horan, Adamczyk, Hayes-Roberts now up to seventh. Harding, Kelbrick. He's doing well, Kelbrick, after earlier problems in the heats. And Callum Farley currently rounding out the top 10. And then Robbie Rathbone's in the lead. We never saw where he made the move, but Rathbone it is that leads it then from Ollier. Cerner third for Stevens. And then we've got this battle for fifth place, and that is now Jack Hayes-Roberts. He was seventh, he's up to fifth. So Jack Hayes-Roberts, what can he do from there? That's Mackenzie Stevens, Jack Hayes-Roberts. He's being chased by Jake Horan, and all of a sudden, as we see Troy Spencer just bending down in front of the camera, he looks like he's given up the ghost today. And we've got down in ninth place is the man who finished second in both the heats earlier. That's Michael Adamczyk, just gone through the line now. Jack Hayes-Roberts has got the fastest lap, 44.838. He's half a second quicker than the leaders out front, but he's not got enough laps left as Rathbone runs wide. Ollier down the inside through the kink. Ollier's got it back. So Ollier back into the lead. Ollier and Rathbone, these two absolute out-and-out specialists here at Hooton Park as they come through the S's. Chasing them, they've got Adam Cerner, then Mackenzie Stevens, Jack Hayes-Roberts there in fifth place. 44.8 last time. Let's see what he does this time. Through the S's, you just make out the Tony Kart there, Michael Adamczyk. James Ollier set the fastest lap. Adamczyk is down to, well, he was ninth, he's up to eighth place, I believe, now as they go through the line. There he is on the 17. But James Ollier now stretching his leg. All of a sudden, just in a couple of turns, he's got 8 to 10 kart lengths over Robbie Rathbone, and you can tell he's got the lower tyre pressures of these two. It's the man out front because the track is drying, and you do not want a lot of pressure in your tyres when the track is drying out. We've just seen Curtis Harding there. He qualified P2 early in the day in qualifying. Started P2 in the first race, was caught up in that incident on that in the first heat, on the first turn. And unfortunately, Curtis Harding's day is over. He's had a mechanical failure. Qualified P2, but it's been miserable since then. Hayes Roberts sets the fastest lap. Going through the line there, Sam Kelbrick on the 72 car after his early problems in the heats. Started this final from 23rd. He was up to 6th, and he's just lost that place there to Stevens. The 65 in behind looking to make a move as well is Jake Horan, as the three of them come through the hairpin side by side. Kelbrick fighting back, but Stevens has got the inside line. Will he hold on to it? No, Kelbrick has got it. Or has he? No, Stevens holds on. Great battle between the three, but then Kelbrick goes round the outside of Stevens. Great battling in the conditions, and this is a great performance by Sam Kelbrick after earlier problems in the day. Great battling through the field. That's the 80, and that is Jack Hayes Roberts. Too fast into the turn, through the puddle, on the grass, lots of water on the tyres, and that here is his day over, and that is the 54 Luke Davis. He's had a mechanical failure there on the back straight, so Davis is out. He showed much early promise in the heats, Luke Davis, but it's not to be come the final. You could say the same about the 41 kart there. Zach Bowker making a move on the 810, Jack Pearson, that's for 14th place. Bowker is much quicker than that, so he's had all sorts of problems in this final also. That's the lead at 55. Then comes Rathbone, he's 3.2 seconds back now. So Ollier's got this one, he has to chuck it off or have another mechanical failure to lose it from there. We're looking at 19 there. That was Mackenzie Stevens. That's Sam Kelbrick. What a great effort by Sam Kelbrick after early problems in the heats. Great effort to finish. Well, let's hope he finishes 5th anyway. Looks like he is going to. You see the car at the side of the track there, the 54 Luke Davis. He's left that abandoned. Should be yellow flags waving, so no overtaking, but you can overtake past that. In fact, Davis is there. He's pulling it out of the way. That is Mackenzie Stevens with the 65. Jake Horan. Horan runs wide, a little bit of a nudge between them, and that's cost him, and he is furious. Horan looking for a top 6 finish, and he's going to be lucky to hold on to a top 10 now. Looks like a top 10 for him. As he go through the line one more time, 3.7 seconds is the lead. Half a second quicker is James Ollier than Robbie Rathbone effectively. And he's just eking out a bigger and bigger lead. That's Stevens on the 19. In behind him now, he has Max Lorna Bennock. That's one of the first times I think I've mentioned his name all day. Battling just outside the top 10, top dozen in fact. That was the 77 of Jake Staveley, who lost a place on that lap to Jack Pearson on the 810. This is that battle for 13th. And making a move is the 37 Jacob Stott. He's on the inside there. Josh Morris, what a miserable day for Morris on the 88 car. He's not had a good day at all, has he? Jake Staveley on the 77, jumping up and down in the seat, trying to hold on to this position that he's got. Wants to come out on top of this little battle in the midfield. He may not be at the front, but you always want to come out on top of your little battles. Talking of coming out on top of your little battles, he's just lost the place to Morris. This is the penultimate lap through Stanlow. For the penultimate time, they get the last lap board as they go through the line. It is James Ollier has a 5-second lead now, more than 5 seconds. Jack Hayes Roberts now is up to 3rd place, but he's 10 seconds behind the leader, and just behind him is Adam Cerner, still battling for that top 3. That's the race leader, James Ollier. Wait for him to come out onto the back straight. There he is, coming up to the hairpin for the final time as the rest of the karts go through the line, getting the last lap board. That was Kelbrick, Stevens, Bennett, Adamczyk now in 8th place, and Jake Horan rounding up the top 9. Callum Farley's just gone through in 10th place, but that's your race leader. James Ollier started 23rd of the 23 drivers in Heat 1 after failing to finish a lap in qualifying. He had to start last. Finished 6th in Heat 1, went from 6th to 3rd in Heat 2. He started P5 here for the final, but he takes the win. Is he happy? Wow, that is some celebration for James Ollier. Well happy. Robbie Rathbone will be happy with his comeback drive too. In 2nd place, keeps himself in championship contention. And it's Adam Cerner that pips Jack Hayes Roberts on the line for 3rd place. Sam Kelbrick, 23rd to 5th for the driver of the day. Then came Stevens and Bennett. Michael Adamczyk, disappointed he will be with 8th. And Jake Horan comes next. Rounding out the top 10 was Callum Farley, that's a 97. Ewan McQueen, he's broken down in the final turn. That's the 21 of John Dove, who was involved in that incident earlier. Plenty of drama in the earlier heats for the senior Rotax. A little bit comfortable for James Ollier in the end. Top 10 look like this. I'm seeing that Robbie Rathbone got a 5-second penalty after the race for a front fairing. I didn't think they did front fairing penalties in this championship.